can't be just me that's getting weird deja vu about X-Axis with Tousen. Like, it can't just be me that's thinking like, oh, Tousen, how's it going, mate? So with this chapter, the fight is going really quick now. I mean, you gotta think about it for a second. This is like, what, the second chapter that they've been going at it? And he's already going into his holy form. So yeah, holy shit, this is getting actually really intense really quick. But honestly, it just really feels like Kubo's doing somewhat, to a certain extent, the exact opposite of Tousen. He was blind, obtained sight, and got fucked up. Now with the X-Axis, he pretty much had some really amazing sight that it helped him, but seemingly with this new holy form, I think his eyes are gonna be like closed, or he's not gonna have them because he opened up that third eye, so to speak, and ultimately now it looks like he doesn't even have a fucking head or something. The holy form just looks weird as shit, and now it's like, had great sight, went blind, gonna get fucked up. A lot of people were saying the beginning of this chapter was useless and it was like, oh, no one cares. But I think it was to demonstrate that Kyoraku has taken up the mantle of being the captain commander, because same thing he did is what Gen Ryusai would do, as far as like, you know, letting the people go on ahead and kind of just protecting their lives. So in that aspect, it's good development at the very least for Kyoraku to finally be stepping up to the position, even though he kind of immediately jumped into it and was doing a decent job to a certain degree as far as like being the captain commander and worrying about everybody immediately. So pretty good stuff in that aspect. It's just that it felt like a little bit like, hey, you know, mad pages of that, which we just want to get straight to the fight. And the X-Axis definitely feels a little bit hacked because he could keep on recreating his weapons using his reishi. I mean, dude, like, especially with his whole open his eyes thing, is like, oh, the wounds go straight through me, or the, you know, sword goes straight through me. So it's like, holy shit, this dude is really fucking hacks. And I got a little bit of a chuckle thinking, because when you see all of the Kyoraku shadows jumping, it kind of reminds me of like some shadow clone shit. I'm like, Kyoraku, yeah, you're on that ninja shit, bruh. And I think the X-Axis was talking a little big there as far as like, oh yeah, I was the last Quincy made, I'm damn near a god. No. Harshworld is probably closer to that. Same thing with Bach. Bach is probably closer to that. You, on the other hand, maybe you're his last project, and ultimately he gave you a lot of hacks powers, but you're just Kubo's next version of Tousen. And as far as the transformation goes, it kind of looked like a weird angel butterfly thingy. Like, Kubo loves that look, that wannabe butterfly look, that angelic, like, oh yeah, I got wings and shit like that. It looked really weird, and again, it felt very fast paced. Like, we're only a couple chapters in and dude is already going into holy form, which means that maybe this fight won't last too long. I know at the end of the day you gotta think about it. If Kyoraku is the captain commander and he has this much strength and we still haven't even seen his Bankai or whatever, there's a lot of, you know, force there. So in essence, it would be an ass pull if X-Axis didn't go full on, you know, full throttle against him and still manage to defeat him. So in that regard, yeah, okay, maybe he needs to step it up really quick because he realizes Kyoraku ain't no chump, ain't no pushover, I'm gonna have to go all out. But then at the same time, you gotta wonder, like, is Kyoraku like above the motherfuckers from the elite, you know, Zero Division? Because, I mean, granted, yeah, he's Captain Commander now, but, like, those dudes were supposed to be the elites of the elites, and they got annihilated by the X-Axis. So, definitely makes me go back to the Zero Division and say, how did y'all get dusted off when y'all was supposed to be, you know, the supreme creme de la creme fighters? And with that ending, as crazy as it is, and it seems as though, yeah, Kyoraku definitely got pierced this time. It wasn't just like the shadow thing. Ultimately, maybe I see him getting really fucked up from it and bleeding all over the place, but I don't see this being Kyoraku's death. Like, no, I don't buy that shit at all. I think Kubo's just doing a little troll at the end, like, yeah, Kyoraku. No, he's not gonna die. I don't believe it. If it is, I'll be shocked as fuck, and that'd be insane, but I'm gonna have my reservations in regard to that whole ending of Kyoraku's dead. Like, I don't know. With all that being said, for the most part, this was a fine chapter. Again, it just feels very reminiscent of Tousen with the whole sight thing, except it's like the opposite this time around, but like, I just see him getting dusted. Maybe Kyoraku's gonna get fucked up in the process, and hopefully we get to see that Bankai, but X-Axis, again, you ain't sniping shit, bro. You about to get fucked up. You about to get Tousen this time around, bro. Let me know what you guys think, though. Did it feel as though it was like the Tousen situation, and what do you think about it being fast-paced to the point of like 2 chapters in and X-Axis is already going holy form? And do you buy for a second that Kyoraku was killed off at the end of the chapter? I don't. And your real thoughts of the chapter, but that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.